Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Last week's WWE SmackDown was quite chaotic. Plenty of things happened that are sure to be addressed this Friday. Safe to say, the Blue Brand GM, Nick Aldis, has his hands full. With WrestleMania 41 around the corner, this week's episode of SmackDown is sure to be even more chaotic. Superstars will be looking to make an impact and book their ticket to Las Vegas, which could make Aldis' job quite cumbersome. Nevertheless, he will have to take charge and make sure that tonight's episode goes on without a hitch. Now, while there is no telling what exactly is planned, here are 4 things Nick Aldis can announce tonight in Seattle, Washington. Heading into tonight's episode of WWE SmackDown, many will be expecting Nick Aldis to talk about Randy Orton. After all, the Viper hit him with an RKO last week, after learning he would not feature at the show of shows. With that in mind, Aldis could address what happened last week, and even punish Orton for his actions. In the process, he could also announce what the 45-year-old will be doing during WrestleMania weekend. Nick Aldis could also announce a title match for next week's SmackDown. The match in question would involve Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green. It has been a while since the Hot Mess has defended her title. The last time was back in March when she defeated Sol Ruca in NXT. Since then, plenty of superstars have registered their interest, with the most notable being Zelina Vega. Perhaps Aldis can give Vega a shot at the title for next week's episode on the Blue Brand. The next announcement could involve the new bloodline. Last week, it was announced that Jacob Fatu will face LA Knight for the United States Championship. It is bound to be a huge match, but one that the Simone Werewolf wants to do alone. Over the last few weeks, Fatu has made it clear to Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga that he does not need them in order to succeed. Hoping to prove that point, he can request Nick Aldis to ban the two from WrestleMania 41, and this could be revealed tonight on SmackDown. The highlight of last week's SmackDown was undoubtedly the war of words between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. The two women were involved in a segment that was mediated by Wade Barrett. Unfortunately, bad news wasn't able to stop them from firing some viral shots at each other. Tiffy brought up Flair's divorce, while the latter made mention of the former's real-life boyfriend, Ludwig Kaiser. It was pure and utter chaos. With that in mind, the two women might want to get their hands on each other this week. As such, Aldis could issue a warning, informing everyone in the back to keep them apart. Of course, the plan won't work, with Flair and Stratton eventually getting their hands on each other, but at least Aldis would have tried. Nathan is a pro wrestling writer who covers WWE news stories at Sportskeeda. He holds an MBA degree and has 4 years of content writing experience working for the likes of the Sports Rush and Give Me Sport. His association with SK goes way back, as he wrote for the pro wrestling division earlier too, and interned with the team while pursuing his undergraduate degree. Nathan's writing style is inspired by the storytelling abilities of Japanese mangakas Eiichiro Oda, Masashi Kishimoto, and English authors like George R.R. Martin and J.R.R. Tolkien. He strives to keep his reports accurate and relevant by keeping up to date with the pro wrestling world and catering to reader preferences. He is a huge fan of Seth Rollins' workhorse mentality and Sami Zayn's never say die spirit. He says that if he could go back to the Attitude Era, he would love to manage Kurt Angle and bring out his wrestling machine character much earlier in his career. In his free time, Nathan watches, reads, and makes videos about sports on his YouTube channel, The Daily Raid. He also enjoys gaming, watching anime, and reading manga. Nick Aldis has settled into his role as WWE SmackDown General Manager with a surprising blend of British poise and steel-fisted authority. But heading into WrestleMania season, Aldis may be forced to drop diplomacy in favor of dramatic decisions, and fast. With chaos mounting, superstars going rogue, and rivalries spiraling out of control, Aldis finds himself at a crossroads. Tonight's edition of SmackDown might just be his biggest test yet, and fans are expecting huge announcements as the road to WrestleMania 41 takes an unpredictable turn. From bans and punishments to game-changing title matches, here are 4 bold things Nick Aldis could announce on tonight's show, including the shocking possibility of banning 2 major stars from WrestleMania and disciplining Randy Orton for an RKO heard is chaos. Recent episodes of SmackDown have seen brawls break out during matches, interviews, and even contract signings. The most disruptive culprits, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. The self-proclaimed viral megastars have been treating WWE TV like their personal playground, inserting themselves into main events, interfering in other people's matches, and clout-chasing without consequences. But tonight, Aldis may finally slam the hammer down. Imagine this scenario. Effective immediately, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are banned from appearing at WrestleMania 41 in any capacity. The crowd erupts. Theory flips a table. Waller shouts about lawsuits. But the message is clear. WrestleMania is earned, not handed out to the loudest guys in the room. This would mark one of the boldest moves by a GM in years, and one that sets the tone for a more disciplined SmackDown moving forward. Of course, this also opens the door for a redemption arc. Maybe Waller and Theory have to win a gauntlet. Maybe they force Aldis' hand by blackmailing their way back in. Either way, it creates drama the WWE Universe loves. Never turn your back on the Viper, just ask Solo Sikoa. Last week, in a shocking moment that lit up social media, Randy Orton hit a devastating RKO out of nowhere on the enforcer of the Bloodline during what was supposed to be a tense contract signing. But this wasn't just a signature move, it was a warning shot, delivered without provocation and against Aldis' direct orders to keep the peace. Tonight, Nick Aldis may be forced to make an example out of one of WWE's most legendary performers. Due to his actions last week, Randy Orton is being fined $250,000 and suspended from in-ring competition for 2 weeks. Aldis wouldn't be punishing Orton for the RKO itself, but for defying authority. This wouldn't be the first time Orton's rebel streak has gotten him in hot water, but the timing, right before WrestleMania, adds high-stakes drama to the mix. And if Orton's suspension delays or jeopardizes a rumored match with Solo Sikoa or Roman Reigns, even more intrigue. Orton, meanwhile, could respond in classic Viper style by stalking Aldis, tormenting the GM in his office, and teasing revenge. The countdown to WrestleMania just got venomous. With multiple rivalries brewing, Nick Aldis may take a page out of the Chaos playbook and give the fans a blockbuster match. One title picture in particular is wide open, the United States Championship. Imagine Aldis walks out tonight and declares, "At WrestleMania 41, the U.S. title will be defended in a fatal 4-way match. Logan Paul vs. LA Knight vs. Santos Escobar vs. Bobby Lashley. Mic drop. You've got the influencer champion in Logan Paul, hated and hyped in equal measure. LA Knight, the man the crowd demands see with gold around his waist. Santos Escobar, the wild card with a chip on his shoulder and unfinished business. Bobby Lashley, the powerhouse veteran who's done waiting for opportunities." Aldis making this call would not only solve multiple brewing tensions, it would give WrestleMania a match with explosive potential. Add a ladder into the mix, instant classic. Not every superstar has a guaranteed WrestleMania match, and with competition heating up, Aldis could bring order to the chaos by announcing an 8-man WrestleMania qualifier tournament starting tonight. Superstars from across SmackDown, Butch, Ridge Holland, Dragon Lee, Montez Ford, Solo Sikoa, AJ Styles, Karrion Kross, and maybe even Logan Paul if he's forced to re-earn his spot, could battle it out for a marquee Mania moment. The winner of this tournament earns the right to pick any WrestleMania match they want, any opponent, any stipulation, no questions asked. That's a high-stakes twist that brings unpredictability into the fold. What if a winner uses it to challenge a legend or insert themselves into a title match? Aldis would frame it as a chance for those who fight to be rewarded, restoring a sense of competitive legitimacy to the brand. And for fans, it creates a reason to tune in every single week leading to Mania. SmackDown's GM isn't just a figurehead anymore. In an era where management storylines can drive entire narratives, Nick Aldis has emerged as a calm but commanding presence. He's not afraid to enforce rules, yet remains fair, a rarity in WWE authority figures. By making hard decisions tonight, Aldis elevates both his own character and the show's stakes. WrestleMania 41 isn't just about titles, it's about earning your way onto the biggest stage in sports entertainment. The WWE Universe wants tension, they want authority, and they want consequences. Tonight's SmackDown could be the tipping point. With Nick Aldis holding the book and WrestleMania only weeks away, expect chaos to meet control in the most entertaining way.